By far, the biggest concern that people have when raising and training a brand new puppy is how to stop puppy biting. It can be incredibly frustrating, sometimes even painful, and many new puppy owners struggle to address it effectively. However, this issue does not have to persist indefinitely. With the right approach, you can resolve puppy biting quickly and efficiently. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to tackle this problem, showing you the steps in action with 2 little puppies. By following along, you'll see how to address biting in a way that sets your puppy up for success and helps them grow into a well-behaved adult dog. Before diving into the solution, it is crucial to address the common misconceptions about puppy biting and methods that simply do not work. If ignoring the behavior was an effective strategy, there would be no puppies in the world biting their owners, yet this remains one of the most common behavioral complaints from new dog owners. Many people believe that if they simply ignore their puppies biting, the issue will resolve itself, but unfortunately, that is not the case. If ignoring the behavior worked, I would recommend it, but experience has proven otherwise. Another common piece of advice that fails in practice is squealing or pretending to be a littermate in response to biting. Some trainers suggest that mimicking how a puppy's littermates respond to biting, yelping in response, will teach the puppy to stop. However, this is not an effective way to establish leadership or correct the behavior. When it comes to raising a well-behaved puppy, it is essential to communicate in a way that helps them understand what is acceptable and what is not. Think about how a mother dog interacts with her puppies. When her puppies bite her, does she simply squeal and ignore them, hoping they'll learn to stop? Absolutely not. She communicates with them clearly and firmly, setting boundaries and expectations. This is what we need to do as puppy owners. Leadership is key, and by guiding our puppies with love, kindness, and empathy, we can prevent them from developing lifelong habits of mouthing, chewing, and biting. The last thing any dog owner wants is for their cute little puppy to grow into an adult dog that still mouths and chews on people. This happens more often than you might think, and it is entirely preventable. By addressing the problem now, while your puppy is still young and learning, you can ensure they develop good habits that will last a lifetime. To effectively stop puppy biting, I use a simple yet highly effective method: correct, redirect, and reinforce. This approach allows you to communicate with your puppy in a way that they understand, without confusion or frustration. The first step is to correct the undesirable behavior, in this case, biting humans. The second step is to redirect the puppy to an appropriate alternative, such as a chew toy. Finally, the third step is to reinforce the correct behavior by rewarding and praising the puppy for making the right choice. This method is simple but incredibly effective, and it works consistently when applied correctly. The correction step is where most people struggle because they are unsure how to implement it properly. An active correction is necessary to communicate to the puppy that biting humans is not acceptable. This is done in a way that mimics how a mother dog would correct her puppies. Right now, one of the puppies I'm working with is sitting nicely and patiently, so I'm rewarding and praising that behavior. The other puppy, however, is more energetic and is making some bad decisions. When he bites, I correct him immediately and wait for the exact moment when he makes a better decision. The key to an effective correction is to startle the puppy without scaring or harming them. A quick, firm correction is enough to get their attention and communicate that the behavior is not acceptable. After the correction, you'll notice that the puppy may pause for a moment but will quickly resume playing. This is exactly what we want. The puppy is not upset, just momentarily surprised, and is still eager to engage in appropriate play. This ensures that they continue to feel safe and confident while also learning the boundaries of acceptable behavior. Once the puppy understands that biting humans is not acceptable, it's time to move to the next step, redirection. This step is crucial because we don't just want to stop the bad behavior, we also want to teach the puppy what they should be doing instead. If we only correct without providing an alternative, the puppy will be left confused and may continue seeking out inappropriate things to chew. For redirection, I introduce a toy. Ideally, I would use a puppy-sized toy, but since we only have a full-sized one available, that will work as well. The goal is to get the puppy interested in the toy and encourage them to chew on it instead of on people. When the puppy makes the decision to bite and chew on the toy instead of a human hand, I immediately reinforce that behavior with praise and positive attention. This helps the puppy associate chewing the toy with good things, making them more likely to choose the toy over a person's hand in the future. Reinforcement is the final step, and it is just as important as correction and redirection. When the puppy makes the right choice, choosing to chew on the toy instead of biting people, they receive praise, affection, and sometimes even a small treat. This reinforcement makes the behavior more likely to be repeated, helping the puppy develop good habits that will last into adulthood. By consistently following these 3 steps, correct, redirect, and reinforce, you can quickly and effectively put an end to puppy biting. Every time the puppy makes a bad decision and bites a person, they receive a correction. Once they stop biting, they are redirected to a toy. When they choose to chew the toy instead, they receive praise and reinforcement. This simple but structured approach helps puppies learn quickly and ensures they grow into well-mannered adult dogs. It is important to understand that puppy biting is a natural behavior, but that does not mean it should be ignored or left to resolve itself. Puppies explore the world with their mouths, and biting is a part of their development. However, it is our responsibility as dog owners to guide them and teach them appropriate behaviors. Leadership is essential in this process, and by communicating clearly and consistently, we can help our puppies grow into well-behaved companions. Puppy biting is not something that you have to endure or tolerate. With the right approach, you can address the behavior quickly and effectively. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that ignoring the problem will make it go away or that squealing like a littermate will teach your puppy to stop. Instead, take a proactive approach by correcting, redirecting, and reinforcing the right behaviors. By leading with love and setting clear expectations, you can build a strong, positive relationship with your puppy. This approach not only solves the problem of biting but also strengthens communication between you and your dog, setting the foundation for addressing other behavioral challenges in the future. Enjoy your time with your new puppy, but remember that leadership is the key to raising a well-mannered, happy, and balanced dog.